everyone. Thank you for facility to turn the air on for us this late hour. Oh, Lord. Utmost respect for the coaching staff over there, especially head coach and his wonderful father that I've had the pleasure to meet twice now. Disciplined team, fundamentally sound team, played their butts off. Young quarterback is phenomenal. Proud of him. He did what he had to do to win the game. He made the plays that he was supposed to make to win the game. Tough fought game. I can't say I'm highly upset. I'm upset with a few things, but sometimes when it seems like you had more talent, but you didn't quite win the game, it makes it feel somewhat awkward. We had opportunities, tremendous amount of opportunities, but nevertheless, we didn't cash in on it. And sometimes it felt like the moment was just too big for some of our athletes. And they got to do something about that. At halftime, we challenge certain positions to go out there and up their game, challenge their opponents. We didn't get that. We got the same thing that we had in the first half. We got to do better as a staff, as a team, and I got to do better. Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. Just 19 total yards and over 3 on third down in the fourth quarter. What were you seeing on the offensive side of the ball in that quarter?
We had opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. If you slow down and you watch the film, you're going to see tremendous opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. And that's unfortunate because you go over and over those same situations at practice all during week, and you see it happening. It's the same defense. It's not like you were tricked or anything. It was there. We just didn't make it happen. Great question.
Coach John Treach, 9 News. You mentioned you thought the moment was too big for some of your guys.
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
We can try, but they got to step up. I'm not going to make excuses for them. They got to step up. They got to step up. It's. I don't know what else I can say about it. They're prepared. They're studying film. Same thing that we saw in the scout team, the same plays that they ran tonight. I mean, it was a great scouting output for the staff. We just got to step up. We got to make the plays that were there. We had tremendous opportunities to make the plays. We just didn't.
Hi, Coach. Adam Witzer, Tiger 24/7 Sports. We got to see Drayon kind of showcase his versatility tonight.
Yeah.
How big could this be to kind of get him going?
That's what it's going to be. It's not. That wasn't a play. That was real. That's what he is going to do for us from here on. That's who he is. We've identified what he is. Marshall is happy to have him in his room, and we're going to use him as much as we can and even more.
Hey, Coach Leo Rivera with Scrambling Sports. Last week you talked about, you said it was undisciplined for your team's defense to be able to fade late. You had 6 total penalties accepted again today. How do you have to go
Say
about
that
fixing
once
that?
again.
You had 6 penalties accepted against your team today. How do you go about fixing that?
What does that mean, accepted against it?
We had 6 penalties.
Yeah, we had 6 penalties. Is that the total?
There was one that was declined, I think.
Yeah, I think that's better than last year. I'm trying to find light, man, in a dark tunnel. Penalties will happen. It's the timing of some of the penalties. That's the problem. The timing. We have the DBs wearing gloves at practice like mittens so they can't reach. We're doing everything we can. We just got to make the plays and not do the stuff that disable you and disarm you from winning the game.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. You guys came out offensively and did a lot of new wrinkles tonight, some things we haven't seen before.
Right.
But then it seemed after those first couple drives went away from that.
I don't think we went away from that. I think the game sometimes dictates what you're going to do. We were okay with where we were at halftime, but we knew we were in for a fight in the second half. Going into the locker room at halftime. We wish we could have gotten another score tremendously. And even tonight, one of the big penalty, man, shoot, you don't get that penalty by, I don't know, one of the receivers or whoever it was on that long run. We may be sitting up here in a different mood. Both teams had 6 penalties that I'm looking, but ours was for 67 yards, theirs for 34. We got to do better. We got to do much better. And we have been doing much better. We just got to stay consistent with that.
Coach
My man.
Talked about a lot about consistency these past few weeks,
Yeah.
minus a few mistakes, obviously, at the end. Just do you feel like you saw more of just a consistent team than what you have in previous weeks?
No, I saw what I saw at practice. Everything I saw today, I saw at practice. And that's where it starts. And then the preparation. It's nothing different than what I saw at practice, what we just saw in the game. And I pray that these young men understand that practice is your prerequisite. That's your preparation for how you're going to perform. Rarely have I seen men in all levels practice bad and go out there and dominate in the game. I haven't seen that. That wasn't my recipe for success. Got to practice better, tremendously better at some positions.
Hey, Coach, you guys schemed up a great start.
Yeah.
Both sides of football really started quickly.
Yeah.
Where did you see things start to just slowly fall off?
We got to get consistency from all positions. I don't want to single anyone out. I hope that's not what you're looking for. But we got to get consistency at all positions. When we get that, you're going to see the continuation of what you saw early on in the game. You guys act like you can't see. Right? You see the same darn thing I see.
But your opinion's more important than
I don't know about that. We got to get consistency. I challenge the guys all the time because I want them to be pros. I want them to have or professional in some sort. And whether it's on the field or off the field, you got to have consistency in your life.
I wanted to ask you about defense. It felt like for the first time, really, in a Power 4 game, they really gave you guys a chance to win tonight. Are you at least happy with some of the progress you've seen on that side of the football?
With our defense?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
How many points they scored?
24. It felt like they gave you a chance to win tonight, though. Big stop at the end.
Next question.
Coach Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. On that same note, you mentioned BYU's quarterback, the true freshman, had a solid game. It's the third game now that a quarterback for the opposing team has led them in rushing. Just kind of what has been the consistencies that has played you guys in stopping the quarterback run?
We're just not doing our jobs. That's it. We're not doing our jobs. It's not like it's a surprise what they're going to do. It's not at all. We're just not doing our jobs. We got to do a better job of preparing these young men to do their jobs in front of the multitudes.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Scott
too.
Proctor at DMVR. I think Matt kind of mentioned it. Touchdowns on the opening 2 drives and scoreless until the fourth quarter, I believe. After that, only
Right.
7 points. So last 3 quarters. What do you think kind of resulted in kind of the defense or the offense kind of sputtering after those opening 2 drives?
We got to get consistency from everyone. That's all. That's it. It's not like the plays are different. It's the same darn thing. You just got to be consistent at all positions. If one position is inconsistent, the other ones are not going to function. So we got to have a team effort. It's not a one-man thing.
37 rush attempts,
Yeah.
only 16 pass attempts. Is that kind of what you guys are looking for offensively in terms of the
I
run?
think the
pass
game
split?
plays itself out. The game tells its own story. I mean, you got to do what you're not just capable of doing, but what you're having success with. If we're having success running the darn football, we got to run the ball. We can't just drop back and slang it just because we want to come in here and have more balance. No, we're having tremendous amount of success running the ball as well as the quarterback getting out there and making things happen.
Ryan Scholes from Ralph Report. Speaking of the quarterback, how would you evaluate Caden's performance tonight?
He did some wonderful things.
Coach Trent Finnegan, DenverSports.com. You guys used Tion Parks at that second cornerback spot opposite DJ tonight. What did you see out of him? And as you guys keep
He got to play better.
And as you guys, you've tried him, you've tried Macari.
They got to play better. All of them got to play better. We got to do a better job of preparing them and coaching them.
Jackson Payne, Deseret News in Salt Lake City. 2-part question. One, with the Alamo Bowl last year and a game like this, do you feel like this BYU series might turn into a rivalry eventually with the proximity. And then I don't know if you heard the chants from the fans during the game. Do you have any thoughts on that, the vulgarity towards BYU?
I don't know about no chance. I was trying to greet Coach and shake his hand and run off the field in that awkward moment. When you get your butt kicked, it's always awkward running across the field to greet the coach. I don't know anything about no chance. I don't give a darn about my yesterday. That was that game. I don't care. I don't even know what the score was. I barely remember it. I know we had players really didn't want to play. That's just it. We just, we had a lot of guys pro-bound. So forget that. Forget that. Today was today. They won. We didn't.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask you a follow-up on the corners. You mentioned they got to play better. A number of, obviously, costly pass interference penalties this season. Is it a matter of just finishing the play? It seems like a lot of times they're there, but not finishing well.
It starts at the beginning. I mean, you got to have focus. I mean, we talked about focusing and finishing before the game. We talked about it at halftime. We told them what it was going to be. We're not going to play it. We barely play the things that I say when we lose. But if you hear them, we pretty much dictated what it was going to happen if we didn't change the way we went about our job. We got to do a much better job on the back end. We do.
Coach Liam Howard, ScoBuff Sports. Caden, early on in the game, did a solid job of throwing the ball away when pass plays started to break down, but we saw him try to create a little bit more in the second half and take some sacks. Did you have a message to him after those plays?
Yeah, definitely. You got to do a better job of getting rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. Let us get back to the line of scrimmage. I think one time we were in field goal range, and that kind of put us out of field goal range because then the last time it was a area there that I thought about going for it. I really thought about it. I really, really thought about it. Then I talked to my guys upstairs to see how they felt about it, and we didn't come to the conclusion that it was a good idea at that time. We burned the time out thinking about it, but it was worth it because we came to a collective conclusion because I was ready to do it. But you give them the ball right there. That's two first downs. That's a field goal for them.
One of the questions I was going to ask you was about that timeout in the second half. But then at the end of the first half, I was just curious what your logic was there. And when did you want to start to use timeouts?
Well, in the first half, the game was playing itself. And we were just trying to get out of there and go in at halftime, and then they put 3 seconds back on the clock. So now you got to make a decision.
You had to start at that drive. I think you had 50 seconds left and 2 timeouts.
I don't even remember that drive. I really, right before half. I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I'm
just
old.
wondering.
I'm getting old.
I understand.
What happened on the drive?
I think there was one play, and then like 25 seconds might have come off the clock, and then another play, and then.
Were we scrambling and it got?
I think I don't know. I wasn't sure what happened. It just seemed like.
I'm sorry. I'm blanking out because usually I can remember this stuff. I have a photographic memory. I could see it, and I'm just not seeing what transpired.
I think there was a pass on first down that might have been a
Scrambled on first down.
Oh, there you go.
Caden had an incomplete pass on second down, and then Micah ran on third down.
Oh, we was trying to get out of there.
That was it. Okay.
We was trying to get out of the half.
Okay.
We were, what, at 20 or 30?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to try and play for 3 there with 50 seconds left.
We thought
Thank
about
you.
it, but you remember one ball was almost picked.
Yes.
Right? So when
Understood.
that's like abort mission.
Got you.
Okay, when that happens, okay, abort mission. And we aborted mission, and we was just trying to get out of the half. Thank you for my recollection. Yeah, you go, dog. That's what that was. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Coach Kyle Ireland in Salt Lake City for KSL Sports. BYU entered the game with a really effective run defense high up in the FBS. You guys found success on the ground. What were you able to do to find that success up front?
We have a tremendously physical line. And guess what? They practiced their butts off last week. They had a great week of preparation. So we knew we were going to be able to do some tremendous things because of the way they worked last week. I mean, they worked. And you could see the results thereof. I mean, a lot of the things that we saw that transpired in the game, running the ball wise, we saw at practice. And it was no surprise. So even with Drayon, I mean, we worked on that, and we we wanted situational football when that gave us an opportunity, and we just hammered it. We hammered it, and it paid dividends for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you all. I appreciate it. Oh.
Hey, Caden. Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. Two questions for you. First off, you just talk about that last drive and the attempt you guys had there and just the interception.
We just got to be more disciplined. Got to take what they give me and take the easy throws. Just keep working on the scramble drill when players break down and be able to complete those passes.
And then just want to ask you also, you guys came out with this game, a lot of new wrinkles, doing some different things, creative things, scored a couple touchdowns. Then it seemed kind of went away from that a little bit. Can you talk about what happened to slow the offense down after those first two drives?
Yeah, we had a good first quarter, and I feel like, of course, they started QB spying me after that first quarter. But overall, they just made some good adjustments there, and we got to adjust when they adjust.
Caden, you've made a career out of extending plays and doing things with your legs. But given some of the situations, can you do too much?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I feel like today did too much trying to make plays. Just got to throw the ball away and take what they give us and let the field goal team and the punt team do what they do.
Hi, Caden. We've heard that you've stepped up as a leader in recent weeks. How important is it, following this loss, to continue to step up in that regard?
I'm one of the older guys on the team, so I've been doing this for a minute now, and just knowing when you're down at times, I just got to be there to pick everybody up, make sure that everybody's still going hard each and every day, let them know that we have another game next week, and just keep on pushing.
Ron Scholes from Ralphie Report. It looked to me like the offense used a lot more motion tonight than we've seen in the last few weeks. Do you feel like that made a big difference in making you guys feel comfortable tonight?
Not really. Yeah, we used a few more motions, but we've been having those in our playbook. We just kind of used them today.
Caden, you brought up the QB spies. How does your thought process change when you know the opponents are spying you, especially on those plays where you have to scramble and extend the play?
I just got to know that I have more time in the pocket when they got guys spying me, and I can just sit back there and find the right read and get the ball to them.
Caden, early in the first quarter, especially, we saw you a lot quicker to step up and take off for yourself, take off running. Do you feel like those decisions were easier to make today?
Most definitely, they was very easy to make. Just being able to know when things break down, I try my best to use my God-given talent, which is my legs, to make things shake. And like the question he asked me earlier today, I did a little bit too much at it at times.
Hey, Caden, two more questions for you, but I feel like we haven't seen you slide in the first few games. You were doing that a lot tonight. Is that something that you were practicing this week? Where did that come from?
Just knowing that I need to get down. I can't be taking too many hits. Just playing smart, being a quarterback and not trying to be a running back.
And then I want to ask you about Drayon with his new role. Coach Prime just told us that's going to be his role going forward. What did you like out of him playing in that role and carrying the ball out of the backfield?
Yeah, I like Drayon. He's a very good athlete. He's a Debo Samuel type person where you can put him in the backfield, put him in wildcat, put him at receiver, and just him being able to step up in that role was very big on us with us having two running backs out. So I'm just glad that we had another person that was able to step up and complete the task.
Hey, Caden, I'm Jack Harlow with Buffs on SI. You guys were 3 for 10 on third down. Just what do you feel like led to some of those struggles on that down?
We just got to be consistent. That's really it. We got to be consistent, move the ball, and take what they give us.
Hey, Caden, it felt like, at least to me, the defense made a jump tonight. Did it feel like that to you guys? Were you getting a lot of your energy from them, even if you were kind of stalled out a little bit?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Defense, they did their thing. But, on both sides of the ball, we gotta eliminate the self penalties. Like, those plays are hurting us big time, pass interferences, holding calls, and, just overall as a team, we got to be more disciplined, and that's what it is.
We talked to a few of your teammates this week who all pretty much without being prompted said that you really have maybe changed over the last couple of weeks and really began to assert yourself. Did you embrace that role? Was it something they asked you to do? And do you feel more comfortable right now than you were to start the year?
It's something that I embrace, having to sit a game that really kind of messed up my head a little bit. So I knew that when I came back, I just had to be that leader that coach was looking for. We got a young team, and like I said before, I'm one of the older guys on the team. So they looking up to the older guys to step up, and be that leader, and that's what I'm trying my best to do for this team.
Caden, you mentioned some of those self-inflicted penalties. Obviously, Omarion had the holding on that big run you had late in the game. Did you say anything after that play to kind of maybe uplift him?
Most definitely. I told him just keep going. The ball might come back, or, just keep going. Omarion, he's a great player. I mean, everybody messes up at times and do the wrong things, including myself. There's a few players out there that I left behind that I really wish I had back, but like Coach told us before the game, how to play the next play mentality, and that's something that I told him, just play the next play, you good, calm down, don't worry about it, and we're going to keep going and try to keep moving the ball.
Hey, Caden. Harrison Simeon, Buffs and SI. What was Coach Prime's message to you in the locker room and the entire team?
Just keep going. We got to finish. He told us that we came out hot and we lost the momentum, but he just wanted us to go out there and fight. And like I said before, he wanted us to go out there and play the next play. Forget whether it's a good play or a bad play. Forget it. Play the next play and just keep on going. We came out of halftime with a 0-0 score mentality, even though we was up. But overall, we just got to keep going, being consistent, and doing the things that we know how to do.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Nikki, you want to start?
Drayon, we really saw your role open up today. You playing Wildcat a lot in the backfield. You're still catching balls out in space. How did you feel in today's game and feel like your role was elevated in this offense?
I ain't doing enough, honestly. We still lost at the end of the day, so still got to be better in my part of the game. And that's just what I do. I came here to make plays. I feel like with the ball in my hands, I can make people miss in space, and that's just my job. One person can't tackle me, so I feel like I showed that tonight.
For Tafi, third game now this season that the opposing quarterback has been their team's leading rusher. That third and long play where he scrambled to get fourth down to close. Just kind of what has been plaguing you guys in stopping the run and some of those scrambles?
Just running to the ball. That play is killing me right now. We get him in third and long, place where you want to be, and we give it up. So I just want to apologize to Buff Nation. You guys are out there rocking today. You guys showed that we're really a top program in this country as far as the fans aspect, and now we just got to go out there and show it. We got to get to the ball, we got to run to the ball, we got to stay on our gaps, and we got to go get the quarterback. It's third and long.
Hey, Taufik, here's Simeon, Buffs and SI. You talked about the 3rd and 17. It felt like there were some missed opportunities, but it also felt like the defense took some steps forward. Where did you feel like those came, and what do you feel you can take away from tonight that can carry over into the rest of the season?
It started in practice. Coach Prime emphasized physicality all week, stepping on toes, making tackles, and it showed today. Especially from the safety position, we had a couple nice out of the post safety tackles and stuff like that. But defense, we just got to keep going. We got to keep communicating. We got to keep being together. Because when we're out there, it's just us. It's 1,000, 100,000 fans. How many fans it is? But we can't hear nothing. We just got to stay together and stay gelled in.
Hey guys, for both of you, as team leaders, how do you help keep the spirits high for this team going into next week?
Just honestly let them know it's not over. It's still that 1-0 mentality. After tonight, flush it, get back on the film. We got TCU, a big, great opponent. So it's not over. We guys got to finish to the end.
Yeah, we just got to go to work tomorrow. We come in tomorrow, we got practice. We got to treat it like it's a game because we got in the game and we left some players out there, and that starts in practice. We just got to keep going and keep fighting.
Drayon, a little bit of a slower start to this year for you than maybe I'm sure you even expected. What was going on there, and how do you feel right now?
Honestly, it was a lot at the beginning of the season. Just coming off, I didn't expect that. I'm pretty sure the fans didn't expect it. Y'all didn't expect it. But, that's what football is for. You got to forget, learn and forget. And my teammates, my receiver corps, they just picked me up. My coaches, they let me know it's not over. Just keep playing, get out of my head, and just be me. And tonight I feel like I was just free to play myself and just be Drayon.
Tafi, you guys are going to have to learn from a loss tonight, but is this a confidence-building game either way? I mean, it feels like the ones that sting a little bit more probably are.
I wouldn't say it's a confidence game. It's a game where we're like, dang, we shot ourselves in the foot. We had them. We had them.
Also for Tafi, felt like Carter Stoutmeyer took some steps forward tonight with a couple clutch pass breakups. Just what do you see from him tonight?
Yeah, he definitely improved this week. Coach Prime made an emphasis on tackling this week. He had a couple nice tackles out of the post. You know, in that cover two, when they tried a little trickery with the running back, he was there. You know, he was balling out tonight. And that started in practice. I seen it in practice, and it showed on the field.
For Drayon, Coach said in his presser that what we saw from you tonight is what you'll do for the team moving forward. Kind of how have you embraced that new role?
Honestly, it's football at the end of the day. It's what I love to do. So put me anywhere on the field and embrace my role. What helps the team, what makes us better, and I'm down for it. So it don't matter where I'm at on the field. I just want to make plays for my team and make us better.
Anything else for these two? Tyler, real quick.
Tafi, Coach Prime also mentioned some of the issues with penalties deep downfield and some of the pass in the passing game. How do you guys go about correcting that during the week and trying to make sure that doesn't happen?
Eyes, feet, hands. You know, we getting penalties on deep ball. You know, as a DB, you know, it's the next play mentality. But, you know, we just got to keep repping it in practice. Eyes, feet, hands. You know, you get yourself in the right position to make plays on the ball. You know, that's our job. So, you know, as a defensive background, we take full accountability on what happened tonight. And we know we got to go out there and improve.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
2 a.m.